By increasing the amount of space between lines of text, you can make a document much easier to read. In this lesson, you learn to add spacing under paragraphs, change line spacing in paragraphs, and apply styles to text. Right now, the tight, regular spacing between the lines of text in our sales flyer makes it difficult to read, but when we're finished, it'll look like this. We added space before the title, and we increased the amount of space between each line in this paragraph, and between the paragraphs that make up this list. We also increased the space after the major headings. Let's get started. In step 1, I'll press Ctrl Home, and in the paragraph group, I'll click the Show or Hide Formatting Marks button. Then I'll click in this italicized paragraph. I'll go back up to the paragraph group, and I'll click the Line and Paragraph Spacing list arrow. In this list, you can see the current line spacing, 1.0, and you can point to the other options to see a preview. We just want to increase the line spacing a small amount, so in step 2, I'll click 1.15, and the spacing increases. And notice that I didn't have to select the entire paragraph in order to change the paragraph formatting. You only need to place the insertion point somewhere within it. In step 3, I'll scroll down. We want to change the line spacing of this 5-line list about trip dates and costs. And since the list is made up of multiple paragraphs, we need to select all of them together. So I'll select these 5 lines. Then I'll go back up to the paragraph group, and I'll click the Line and Paragraph Spacing list arrow. And this time, I'll click 1.5. And the line spacing between the paragraphs is increased. In step 4, I'll scroll down, and then I'll place the insertion point in this heading. We want a little more space after the heading, so I'll go up to the ribbon, and I'll click the Page Layout tab. Here in the paragraph group, the before and after text boxes show the amount of spacing before and after the current paragraph. In step 5, I'll click the After up arrow, and 6 points of space are added, which you can see here after the paragraph. In step 6, I'll scroll down a bit more, and I'll place the insertion point in this heading, where we also want to add some paragraph spacing. This time, though, we'll use a shortcut. I'll just press the F4 key on my keyboard. Pressing F4 simply repeats the last editing action that you performed. In this case, 6 points of space are added after the heading, and that causes the heading to move on to the next page. Now in step 7, I'll scroll to that page. Again, we want to add extra paragraph spacing after this heading, so I'll select it, but then I'll scroll down even further so that we can also select Cycling in Provence. To do that, I'll press and hold the Control key while I select the heading, and I'll release Control. And as I scroll up and down here, you can see that using the Control key like this allows you to select multiple items at once. So, with the 2 lines selected, I'll press F4 once again, and the additional paragraph spacing is applied to this heading, and also to this one. In step 8, I'll press Ctrl Home, and then I'll place the insertion point in the title. We want to add some space before this heading, so I'll go up to the paragraph group, and this time I'll click the Before up arrow twice, so that 12 points of spacing are added. Finally, in step 9, I'll click the Home tab, I'll turn off the formatting marks, and then I'll save the changes we made. To try these steps yourself, and for some additional tips, and to learn about formatting with the Quick Styles feature, turn to page Word 54 in your book.